Alright guys, and welcome back into my very first game playing the Blight. Now you're going to notice that I have double iridescent add-ons. I want to walk through them with you guys throughout this trial as well. Now you're going to also notice that there's going to be a texture update that has really does make the map look like a completely different game. Now I am going to be running multiple totems, including one of the newer perks. Unfortunately it's not the build I want, but it is the perks that I have access to at this point in time. You'll notice there are a lot of totem perks. That is going to be my Haunted Ground activating. I heard somebody downstairs in a chest, but there's not much I can do about that. I don't know how I had collision to that. That's very unfortunate. We do have our regression from our ruin into the drop down, into the M1 in the back. That's really good for me. I do have Haunted Ground being activated right now, so picking him up is a bit of a waste of time. I don't have any other proper information perks, if you're going to be keeping that in mind, that I do not have surveillance. Generator's going to be regressing that at a nice rate. Looks like we're getting a hit on Mori here, and it doesn't look like she's alone. Looks like there was actually 3 people. We're going to come around. We're going to go for another hit on this player. This guy's really grouping up. Very good for me right now. I'm pretty sure I saw another person too. Now this killer is all about bouncing off walls. I know it looks really weird, but if you bounce off a wall, you can use a form of lethality. Looks like everybody's trying to make it work here. So I'm gonna bounce off this and then lunge for a hit on the... He's trying to sandbag a hit for borrowed time. Unfortunately, there is a lot of collision there, and it was unable to get what I need to do. That's going to be borrowed time. Now he has to leave. I can Mori him as well if I need to. I'm not going to worry about it. Everybody is injured if somebody tries to make a play, and they're working on the gen upstairs, so let's go straight up for it. I couldn't lunge and hit him, unfortunately, even though I had a form of collision, so that's a little bit of a tilter, but that's okay. We're going to walk in. We're going to take a hit on this one. No dead hard. Looks like these guys are playing very altruistic, which is nice. We got value out of our ruin. Our Haunted Ground is ready to be reactivated because of a new perk we have access to. 3 different people that are Moriable, and they're grouping up and healing now too, which is going to help me out a lot, getting pretty good regression on that upstairs. Now the way this killer works is he has no form of lethality until he bounces off a wall on something. So for example, I can't even bounce off the wall there. We're going to take a free hit on this guy. These guys aren't giving me a reason to really leave this area, are they? So if I bounce off a wall, such as what I'm about to do now, or off a car, I can then do another lunge and actually hurt a survivor. Otherwise, there is no way to injure a survivor through this. Now, knowing multiple people are Moriable, I think there you go. We're going to scratch his back here already. We're going to try and cut this person off. Going through. See what we got. I didn't see anything over there. He's waiting on the corner. Now I have to bounce off something if I want to hit him. So unfortunately I can't bounce off the wall. There goes my totem. There's my Mori as well. Not going to worry about breaking that. I'm going to actually force struggle off of this guy based on how close he is to struggle. And Mori kind of brought me back to the hook while the other guy's going to be coming in right now. There he is. Make sure we get the grab on him. There goes another totem. Let's make sure we get this struggle. He's going to DC because he's not happy with that. We're going to get that lunge hit on Mori that we need. And we're going to be coming right in behind here. Remember, I need collision on something like this. And now I should be able to lunge. Hopefully get past, but there's too many obstacles in the way. So I was unsuccessful in going what I'm trying to get here. I need to bang into a wall in order to have that form of threat, like this. And now I can hit her, keeping in mind she will be able to be Mori'd now. And this is what the new killer's Mori is going to look like. As you can see, it pretty much makes a large spot in the middle of a survivor. And then you get to hit it with the axe. Or hit it with the pickaxe, and that's going to be a Mori on Mori. Game hasn't gone as buttery as I like. Now you'll notice when I'm bashing into walls like this, that is not normally going to break through a wall, but I do have a pink add-on that is going to allow that to happen. Now if I keep running in a straight line, I will stop. I have a small window where I can chain together dashes like this to get across the board if I need to. You can't go too far, and when you run out of dashes, you do have a small penalty. I can see a blood spot. I expect him to wait at the pallet for me. No, he's playing side window at a very slow rate. I don't think he'll be able to make it down in time. Yes, he will, I'm afraid. Playing pallet. Here it is. Just break it straight away. I'm going to go out through the other way and cut her off. Hide my light. The good thing there is she was really predictable with her movement. Now I'm going to check on this generator all the way down here to my left, because I originally saw somebody break a totem down here. Unfortunately, she's not here. We're going to have to check upstairs too. Now, we could end the game here, but we do want to show you guys a couple more of the Moris. He did go to that generator up top too. Now, he is full health, so he can hide in quite a lot of areas right now. So this killer is all about bouncing off walls. And as you can see, the collision is kind of horrible for a lot of the different obstacles. This is my first game playing him. So hopefully you guys can understand that, you know, I'm still learning as well. Little fun fact too, that you guys are going to be able to see. When I do use collision on something, when I stab that syringe in my leg, I'm going to be dropping the syringe on the ground too. Here's a visual indicator of that. We're going to syringe, and there it is. Oh, I didn't really get to show you where it went, but that is okay. So the other ultra rare add-on I have is if I get multiple areas if I get collision, you see the crow respawn, 15 seconds on crows. If I collide with multiple different areas, where'd you go? Back to the right? Your scratches don't line up. There you go, hiding on the edge of the map. Nice one, Dwight. Should be able to get a nice easy hit. I am moving at 115% movement speed. There's a whack in the back. She's gonna go back downstairs and try and finish her generator. That's good for me. He actually went behind the car with his iron will. Unfortunately, I'm stuffing up the collision. It's really hard to try and get the angle. There's near no turning circle on it. I'm going to just go around it. Oh, I got a little stuck then too. That is okay. We're going to keep going around. Why? Because we have time here. And she can really misposition herself. All I got to do is do a good bounce off the wall, and I've got her. See what I mean about the turning angle? It's really poor. She's going to complete the generator at any second now. I can't activate my ability until I get all of them charged. There's your dead hard. Unfortunately, nothing I can do about that. Just harder being the new killer. Now she's exhausted, now he's exhausted. Most likely going to be using the pallet. We're just going to go right around and be able to punish them with an M1 in the back. Nothing they can do. Can't take distance. And I'm comfortable to say that Jenny down there is just about being finished. So let's go in for it right now. We do have modern abuse, so we can get a little bit closer. The collision is very difficult to try and deal with on this killer right now. I was pretty confident she'd be over here. But it sounds like I was actually incorrect with everything going on. Now, the proper play for me now would be to try and injure one of them. They did play a new secret offering in the game. Oh, it's not a secret offering, a new offering, which makes items spawn. Makes the hatch change its location to be tremendously likely to be appear in one other location. Now, normally you can't break pallets with that, but that is an ultra rare add-on that is going to allow me to do that. Alright, let's come back in. Let's break this. We do have the Mori available. We could take the Mori, but I do want to showcase this killer a little bit more, especially considering it is a brand new killer. I want to be able to show you guys these bouncing off walls can be very difficult, but very fun. If I do consume all of my channels off walls like this, I'm going to be able to instantly down somebody on the final lunge. Unfortunately, I couldn't see where she went. The good news is she can't heal herself. Unless that medkit's going to allow it. I'm going to chase Dwight here, because I'm pretty sure her medkit is out of gas. Dwight looks like he's ran around this. He's going to go in, tap his generator. Can't get past. He went downstairs to play the safe pallet. That's good. I got time. Remember, Dwight will have access to dead hard yet again. My modern abuse will hurt a tiny bit for Dwight. We can't hear him. We haven't opened these side doors either. He's camping the pallet. Let's just break it straight away. It's going to be an M1 in his back. Now, we know roughly where we hit this last player. Let's see if we can track them appropriately out here in the street on the right. These doors being sealed up really helps this map. So she was originally out here, near where this pallet was. And she would have tried to heal herself if she could. She could have went past and through. A lot of different things to collide with. As you can see, it's a very generous hitbox on the collision, which is both a beauty and a curse. Knowing she has modern abuse, well, knowing I have modern abuse, I can use this against this survivor. I don't think they'll be out in the open here. I think they'll be back down around here, or they faded past to get Dwight. They don't have the safe pallet downstairs. The thing is, she hasn't healed herself. That was a bit of a dangerous move, beautiful. So let's come in and see. We can see scratches already over here. She's playing the pallet. I couldn't lunge past. Unfortunately, it wouldn't let me channel one more again. It's very, very unlucky. She could also play Shaq here too. Good movement by her. Try and collide with the wall. And there's our lunge hit. Very hard to do. Now, the survivors played an offering which makes a tremendously higher chance for the building in the middle of the map to spawn the hatch. And that's this building over here, as opposed to the shack. Therefore, I'm going to run to where the hatch is very likely to spawn. And I have a good gut feeling I'm going to see Dwight in the bottom right-hand corner down here. So this killer does have potential. With a lot of these collisions, though, it can be really difficult to try and make your play around it. I expect to see Dwight around here. based on the fact that an offering was played to make the hatch appear over here. You can hear him crying a little bit. There he is. He didn't actually go far. So let's have another look. We're kind of getting a bad field of view on it. I am still learning this killer. This is my first game I've actually played as the killer. I think it went pretty okay. If you're wondering what the new totem perk is that I had on my action bar, there's the hatch spawning pretty much exactly on top of Dwight. If you guys are wondering what the new totem perk on the bottom right is, that's going to allow me, basically, when a totem perk is destroyed, to transfer that totem perk to a dull totem. Therefore, it allowed me to have access to Haunted Ground twice. Now, the question is, where did Nia crawl to? I could have went back there and closed the hatch in case she had Unbreakable. But we haven't done that just yet. We are going to be looking for her. I'm pretty sure I set that crow off. I'm going to be coming right back through. Another little bit of collision. I don't hear any form of crying. So the killer is all based off bouncing off obstacles. It's really a weird concept, because when you've been playing Hillbilly for a long time, you'll notice that you don't want to collide with obstacles. I am really interested in this Mori. It is a shame that player did DC. I am really looking for the juicy extra Mori kill for you guys to show it. If you've watched a lot of my videos, you'll notice I don't run Ebony Moris or these kind of things. So the fact that I'm running it this game, I would love to showcase it for you. The question is, can he get across this? Unfortunately, he can't. Now, if you guys are aware, you can actually lunge across that as a killer. So a prime example of that, I haven't done in a while, but a prime example is you aim to the side when you're coming, you hit the side wall close to you, and you can bounce right across the gap. Now, I was wondering if this killer could get across, but it would appear this killer cannot get across. That's a little trick as well, based on the fact there's a safe pallet there, if you need to get around it. I'm not too sure where Nia has crawled to. It's a little inconvenient. I don't want to be sitting here on top of the hatch and not closing the hatch and then Mori her if she comes in for it. You'll notice you have a little bit of a window between the bouncing as well. It's not a great angle. You can't really turn when you're doing it either. So there's a lot of collision penalty that is involved. Keeping in mind that you can't normally break pallets, but because of the ultra rare add-ons, I can actually do it. Anyways, guys, this is my first showcase on the new killer. I was really lucky. The survivors wanted to play altruistic around the hook and constantly go for trades, and they greeted for a generator based on the fact I had Ruin. Ruin lasted a while. I had all my totems up. This is not a build I would be looking at making, but because, like I said, we are leveling up the killer right now, this is just what we have access to. I think she's actually going to bleed out, and she's not going to be able to get the hatch. Alright, looks like that's it, ladies and gentlemen, and we're not going to be able to showcase another Mori. We did get 2 of them out of it. Anyways, guys, GG's well played. If you enjoyed your first look at the new killer, I do want to make some more videos when I actually play him a little bit and get a bit of practice. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That was an educational, informative, rank 1 killer game. My first game with him. I know there's not a lot of info in that game, but hopefully I'm going to be able to show you guys a little bit more information on everything when I get a little bit better with the killer too. So expect some more videos coming in from it. Anyways, guys, GG's well played. If you're watching this one over at YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more educational, informative killer content like this. I didn't even pip last game, but that is A-okay. Anyways, guys, I will see you in the fog in the next trial.